Hey guys, I'm Ethan Moore from Stockroom Supply. I've got the same question from two different people 2 days in a row now on these sanding mops on sanding CNC'd items. So like tracing boards or signs or things that are made with round nose bits or V-carved bits. They want to know how these will sand those flat carvings. So yeah, this right here is a little thing I made today. I made it on the CNC. This is a product that my wife actually makes and sells. So I'm supposed to be a little toddler toy, a little rainbow. So I'll show you how we made it here really quick. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of a neat little thing.
It's a miracle.
So it's a miracle. You got these grooves here, and then the grooves you put little like beans and rice, and you can. It's like a little toy. But if you look real close here, I don't know how you can see this in the camera, or if you can. But this is made with a round nose bit, so you got these little furry edges where that bit meets the face of the board here. Now, to get rid of those, a lot of people would sand that by hand, each one of these grooves individually, and do your best to get rid of them. What I'm going to do is use one of these sanding mops. Now, you can see I got a couple different mops laid out here. This one I have in here is what we call a regular mop. In every circumstance I would use the regular mop because it's a little more aggressive, a little bit faster, because the sandpaper is actually more compressed. But we also have this fluffy mop, same amount of sandpaper, but this guy, it's a little bit wider because the sandpaper is actually spread out. It's got some spacers in there. What that will do is that will make the mop a little bit more flexible. So if you have something with some really deep contours, a lot of times those V-carved signs, you get some really deep stuff, this fluffy mop may be a better choice because they're a lot more flexible for that kind of thing. Though, speed-wise, regular mop always going to sand faster because you got more sandpaper in a smaller area here. So yeah, I got a 120 grit. Generally speaking, 120 grit is going to work really well on hardwoods, 220 for softwoods. If you use a 120 on softwood, sometimes you'll find you'll round those crisp edges a little bit more than you want to. So yeah, let me go ahead and sand this. I'll show you how it works. Another little note, make sure you got your drill press or hand drill spinning pretty quickly, over 2,500 RPM if you can. Right now this is about 3,000. So let me sand this. Basically, I'm going to follow the groove just like that. All right. So that's one pass there. So you can already see the difference that I've made compared to that groove, compared to this groove. Far, far better. Now what I'll do now is I'm going to flip this over. And I'll do the opposite, and that'll make sure any grain that's going the opposite way gets sanded as well. Okay, so that groove there is essentially done. So I just got to go through and finish the rest of this off. So let me do that real quick here. So now that right there is ready for some mineral oil or whatever kind of finish you're going to put on there, minus the edges. But the edges are simple. They're just a regular sand, just like that. But I wanted to show you that flat sanding there, how you can handle that. So yeah, far faster than sanding it by hand. There will be some times where on the really tight corners and things, you may want to finish it off, sanding a little bit by hand, but this will do the lion's share really quickly with those sanding mops there. So yeah, anybody else has any questions, you can email me at info@stockroomsupply.com or just comment on the video. Now, if you want to see future videos, make sure you subscribe and hit the little bell button because that will tell you when we post a new video. Also, add us on Instagram at Stockroom Supply. Thank you much.